You know, some of the most amazing stories aren't in big, fancy museums. Sometimes they're locked away in the most unexpected places. Today, we're going to head to rural Kansas to explore a historical society with a story so unique it's literally built into the walls of an old county jail. Yeah, you heard that right. We're unlocking the story of the Nemaha County Historical Society. It's a question that really gets you thinking, right? What kind of secrets, what triumphs, what tragedies could a place like this possibly hold? Well, let's find out as we dive into the history of Nemaha County. So this is it. This is the building at the very heart of our story, built way back in 1879. But this wasn't just any jail. It actually holds the title for the longest continuously used county jail in the entire state of Kansas. Just try to imagine the history that passed through these doors for over 100 years. And that brings us to our first chapter, the pretty dramatic, and honestly kind of ironic, history of the jail itself. See, when it was first built, it was considered the absolute pinnacle of security. But reality, as it often does, had other plans. To really get the irony here, you have to appreciate just how confident everybody was in this new technology. The jail had these patented steel-clad cells from a company called P.J. Pauley. It even had a fancy lever system so the jailer never had to get too close to the prisoners. It was totally state-of-the-art, high security, or so they thought. This timeline really just lays out the difference between the idea and the reality perfectly. In 1904, a prisoner named Henderson just dug his way through a brick wall. Simple as that. Then, only 2 years later, two more inmates, Joe King and Thompson, they went up and out, right through the roof. The escape-proof jail was anything but. By 1907, the county basically had to admit defeat and build a whole new, actually secure facility.
But the story of Nemaha County's history doesn't stop with jailbreaks. Not at all. The Historical Society has another spot, just down the street, where the whole tone shifts. We go from incarceration to commemoration.
So, in a building that was once a Masonic temple, the Society has created a military temple of honor. It's this incredible space dedicated to preserving the uniforms, the documents, the artifacts of county residents who served in the military. And it covers everything from the Civil War all the way to today.
Now, among the artifacts here is one with a history that might really surprise you, the Purple Heart. You see, it wasn't some modern invention. It was actually created by George Washington himself. But then it was pretty much forgotten for over a century before being revived in 1932. And now the Nemaha County Historical Society has taken on this massive project of identifying every single local recipient of this incredible award.
And this number is particularly powerful. As part of their project, the Society identified 37 soldiers from Nemaha County who were killed in combat during World War II. They're now honored in a project they call the Purple Heart Walk, making sure that their ultimate sacrifice is never, ever forgotten. This list just really drives home the sheer breadth of this sacrifice across time. I mean, look at this. The Society's honorees span every major conflict of the last century. From Ira Bonjour in World War I to Dallas Lee Kearns in the Iraq War, these names tell a story of consistent service and bravery coming from one small corner of Kansas. Okay, so what I think makes a historical society like this truly special is that it isn't just about preserving the past. It's about giving you the tools to uncover your own past. The Society has this incredible wealth of resources for anyone interested in genealogy.
And they make it so accessible. You can start right from your own computer just by searching their online catalog. Find something you're looking for? Just shoot them an email with a list, schedule a visit 2 weeks out, and they'll have everything pulled and ready for you when you get there. It's a fantastic system for really focused research. And just look at the sheer scope of what's available. The museum itself has obituary clippings and marriage licenses, and they can hook you up with courthouse records going all the way back to the 1850s. We're talking land deeds, naturalization papers. Plus, so much of it is accessible through their digital archives. It is a genuine treasure trove for anyone trying to piece together their family tree.
So from escaped prisoners to military heroes to your own family history, all these different threads, they all come together to form the true purpose of the Nemaha County Historical Society.
When you boil it all down, this is what it's all about. Their mission is to make sure that the stories of the people who built this community, the dramatic ones, the heroic ones, and the everyday ones, are not lost to time. It's a mission to keep the past alive so that the future can understand exactly where it came from.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. The history of Nemaha County is absolutely unique, but every town, Every single community has its own jails, its own heroes, and its own stories locked away somewhere. The only question is, who's going to be there to unlock them?